What's going on, everybody? We got some breaking news on Caitlin Clark and what's going on with her availability to come back and play. She's going to be reevaluated after the Chicago Sky game this Saturday, and she was interviewed today by the Indiana Fever media, and she had some things to say, and I will give my opinion based on those comments. I know that you heard me say by now that she should probably sit out till probably the end of June. I said June 26th actually makes sense, presuming that they're not getting dusted off the floor. You don't obviously don't want to be 3-10 or anything like that, but you don't want to have this be a recurring nagging injury that doesn't go away. So you want to make sure that she's actually healthy rather than forcing her back too quickly. A thigh strain can linger and linger and linger. It can feel better, but it's not 100% healed. And then you make the wrong move, and boom, it's gone again. And now you're gone for a much longer period of time. So I've said that before. She was interviewed today, and we're going to go over that interview. I saw pieces of it. I didn't see the whole thing. So from what I saw, it didn't seem promising to me, but we'll talk about that. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball, where we talk facts for feelings. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on this video. Appreciate y'all continued support of the channel. Remember, Sunday Night Heat, 8 p.m., myself and Ben Daniel, live, live, live. It is free to everybody. After the video concludes, it gets moved over to members. So if you want to see it after the live stream, make sure you go check out the member content and become a member. Whether my channel or Ben's channel, doesn't matter to me. When you support one of us, you support both of us. So I appreciate y'all interest in the show. Also, going on live tonight at 8 o'clock, BKFC 75 watch party for Combat Corner. Love to have you on board. I know not everyone's a big fight fan, but if you're interested, I will be on. We'll be talking fighting pretty much the entire night. I'm supposed to have some fighters on with me, so it's gonna be a fun time. So I hope you do check it out. Let's just jump right into this video, and I will share the video with you so you can take a look. So here you go. Here you go. This is the interview today.
Excited to get back out there eventually, but yeah.
This is the first time you've been out for an extended period, I think, in your college and pro career. Just what has that been like mentally for you?
I think it's been different. I think just having good perspective is the best way to approach it. Like, yeah, you can be frustrated and whatnot, but, I think the medical team has done a really good job of, doing my rehab every single day, staying in a routine, coming in, getting shots up. But more than anything, I think just focusing on being a really good teammate, being there for my teammates, being a voice for them, because that's what I am when I'm playing. So you got to still be that consistent voice when I'm sitting on the bench. So I try to do that as much as I can for them. And just try to be there for them, I think, has been my focus. And I think that can kind of distract you from not actually playing, is when you just focus on your teammates and, how can I serve them and help them.
Jeff just talked about, this being a good opportunity for you to learn from the bench and learn with the coaching staff sitting by them at games. Just what have you learned from that perspective?
Yeah, I think it's a unique perspective, when you're out there playing and actually in the heat of the moment, you don't always realize everything. You don't always see everything. You see things from a different perspective that maybe the coaching staff didn't see. So it's certainly different. So I'm trying to, kind of be that connector between the coaches and then my teammates at the same time, whether, that's in the locker room at halftime, whether that's during timeouts of, things I see from the bench that maybe might be a little bit different of a perspective than maybe our point guard is seeing or, anybody on the floor is seeing. But yeah, I think it's taught me a lot.
Can y'all see her mannerisms right now? Oh my God. Her mannerisms right now. She doesn't seem really excited, honestly. She is standing like this. I mean, maybe that Stephanie White shit is getting catchy, but she's moving around like this back and forth. It's almost like she's uncomfortable right now. Like like she knows that she's not close to being back. It's my opinion. Body language. I'm just observing her. She's itching to play. That is a person who is like itching to play and knows that she can't. It's a jittery energy she's got going on right there. Let's continue. But I'm glad she's helping them coach. I mean, she is a coach from the bench now.
I've never been in that position before of like actually getting to watch from the bench for an extended period of time. So I think you can learn the game of basketball just the same amount. It's like the same as like, you turn on the TV and watch the NBA or you watch other WNBA games. Like that's the best way to learn basketball, is like just watch and absorb it. And it's the same when, I'm not active too.
What are the next steps for you to work your way back? Is there certain threshold you're looking to reach, certain time you're going to be reevaluated? What does that look
Yeah, I'll be reevaluated this weekend, so I'll miss this weekend's game. But after that, it's day by day and see how I feel and just kind of turn to the medical staff and what they think. But I feel like I've made a lot of progress and I feel good, and not going to rush coming back. It's just not worth it. But yeah, after this weekend, I'll be reevaluated and we'll have a better idea of when I'll return.
I'm not going to rush. Folks, I'm telling you, she's not playing next week. She's not playing. If she plays next week, that doesn't sound like someone who's really close. She could feel good. She can feel a little bit better. But that doesn't sound like someone who's going to be ready to play come Tuesday the 10th, maybe the 14th against New York. That's 3 weeks. So maybe the 14th. Like I said, I'm more on board with the 26th, but if she's feeling okay and they're still on the surface. By the way, the tickets to the Chicago game are now down to $6 at the United Center. Jesus, $6. And the Atlanta team, the tickets for the Atlanta Dream game have now dropped a lot in the Gateway Center because they were upwards close to $100. Now they're at $48. So they are dropping there too. Because if you saw this interview, you're not feeling too good about her playing in that game just based on what she said, and it's matching with where the ticket prices are going. I'm looking right now on ESPN.com. The tickets are going from $48, and they were like $80 to $90 like 2 days ago. Maybe she comes back for the New York game. Maybe it's the Connecticut game before they go on that road trip. We'll see, but let's keep this going on. But you can see that there's no rush. And I think she's understanding that there doesn't need to be a rush because she's just that good, and she can change the season real fast by her just being back on that floor. So.
Tuesday be a possibility, or?
We'll see. I think, we're trying not to put like an exact date out there because it is kind of a day by day thing and see how I feel. And, this type of injury, like you don't know when I wake up, I'll feel, different than the day before, and we'll see. But it could be.
She ain't playing Tuesday, folks. Give it up. That answer, she's not playing Tuesday.
Be a possibility, but I could also not be available for that game too.
Taylor, just in life itself, how patient are you?
Not a very patient person, no.
How has this kind of tested that?
Yeah, I think it's an opportunity to grow, right? Just try to approach it in the best way I can. It's certainly weird. I think at times the hardest part is like just not being able to be involved in practice. Like I love practice. Not a ton of people always enjoy like coming to practice every single day, but that's something I like really enjoy. Like I really enjoy coming out here and like competing every single day with my teammates. Like that's probably honestly what I miss most. Obviously I miss the games. That goes for anybody that's ever hurt, but like I love practice. I love getting better. So I think that's just kind of been the time for me to like really find some patience, and I've never been a patient person my entire life. So this is definitely testing me a little bit, but I think it's going to be really good for me. And like I said, I've just tried to approach it in the best way I possibly can. I can't change it. And, but yeah, I think my patience has definitely grown a lot. And like I said, just trying to grow and learn. And I think I've certainly done that.
She's matured in 2 weeks. Like there's a maturation process that's happening before your eyes where she's matured in 2 weeks, because that patience is something that you have to learn when you're the type of player that she is. You have to learn that patience level, and it could translate to the court. Like you don't think about those types of things, but what she's seeing from the sideline and the patience that she's having to show, give herself, and like, you can't just jump out there. You don't want to have this injury hit you again. Man, I give her credit right there because, yeah, man, she wants to play. And the practice comment, she loves to practice. The great ones love to practice. The greats, the all-time greats, they love practice. And that's why she's going to be an all-time great, because she always wants to get better. She's not like these players that just want to show up for game day. Practice. And Allen Iverson was a great one, but he won an all-time great. You may disagree with me. He's not an all-time great. He was a great player. He's a top 75 guy. But when I talk about all-time greats, I'm talking about top 10 players of all time, top 15, maybe 20. AI, I don't even think is in the top 25 of all time. So Caitlin Clark, when her career is over, will be probably the number one player in WNBA history. If she's not to everybody, probably in the top 3.
Is this an injury that happened during a game or anything, or is it just something that was lingering that popped up? Or?
It happened in the Liberty game, yeah.
Were you able to pinpoint the game that happened, or did you just?
No, definitely early in the game, but I couldn't I couldn't tell you the exact play something occurred on, and could have occurred over the course of the game too. And then obviously adrenaline like covers up a lot of stuff when you're in the heat of battle. And after the game, I had some pain, and then got an MRI, and that kind of gave me the result that I didn't want to see. But those type of things don't lie. So yeah.
So she basically played that Liberty game largely on one leg. Shit, man. She hit that 38-footer on one leg.
The ups and downs the team's been through the last few weeks.
By the way, it also explains why she probably couldn't blow by Jonquel Jones late in the game, for which I did critique her on that. Probably explains why she didn't have the boost to blow by her, because her leg was not functioning properly.
I mean, what you've seen from them, especially as they rallied with
Yeah, I think they've been really, really resilient. It's hard when your point guard goes out that controls a lot of the game, and people have kind of had to step into positions that maybe they haven't had, and I think just giving themselves grace. Like, things aren't going to be perfect. We're kind of playing a little bit different than we would probably play if I had the ball in my hands. I thought we played a really great game. Our last game versus the Mystics, I thought we were really good. I thought we started to flow a little bit better on offense. We played with a little more pace. But it wasn't just offense. I thought we could have played a lot better defensively. So I think just those little areas that we could have cleaned up that, whether I'm out there or not, like those are things that we could, do better and be better in. And Steph has really challenged them. And I thought we've had great intensity in our practices. So that's been, awesome to see. But I think everybody's kind of just stepped up and, adjusted to it. And yeah, I'm just really proud of them for staying resilient and really just battling, and happy we beat the Mystics, but now, focusing on Chicago and hopefully getting a win there too.
What have you seen from Ari kind of coming in on Sunday, having 2 days, and then
Yeah.
on Tuesday?
Well, I could tell before her first practice, she definitely watched some film. She knew exactly what we were doing on offense. She knew defense, but also that just speaks to like her time in the league and understanding, how you play in this league. She's competitive. Hey, Aaliyah. She's competitive. She's aggressive. She's physical. Obviously, she's guarded me when she was on the Sparks last year. She just brings a different energy and tenacity, and that's something I think we really needed. She got us into our offense well. So just really impressed with her. I thought she did a tremendous job, honestly.
There you have it, folks. There you have it. I thought it was when she guarded me last year in the Sparks. Yeah, we know she guarded you out of the free throw when she still had another free throw to shoot. I'll give you my opinion on it. I don't think Caitlin Clark plays next week. I think she's gonna be out at least another week. I think you're looking more like the 17th, from what it seems like. If she feels good enough, if she's cleared, then I'm not gonna give my say that it's wrong. You're going on a lengthy road trip after that though, so you do have to have some be careful. I don't think you should be going in there to limit, giving her limited minutes. That's just pointless. This whole thing of giving someone limited minutes after an injury, that doesn't do anything for them. They can play or they can't play. You play or you don't play. You don't go and play 20 minutes. You got to play or you don't play. And you're not going to get Caitlin Clark to sit here and say, yeah, I'll just play 20 minutes a game. No. It's not how it's going to work. So when she's good, she's out there. I don't think she plays Tuesday. Saturday, maybe it's a possibility versus the Liberty. I mean, we'll see. They need her in that game, but because if they don't have her, they lose that game. Like they have no shot to win that game without her. But I think that you're looking more like 3 weeks, and she didn't seem promising. Like she basically told you there are days that that means we're not even really close. So if we're not there, then yeah, it's best to err on the side of caution and keep it chill until she's ready to roll. But those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? What do you think? I'm not rushing her back. I don't think she should be rushed back. I've never been a proponent of rushing her back because this is an injury that can last and nag and nag and nag and nag, and it never goes away until the season's over. And you'd rather not have that happen, because if that happens, then this season will be a lost season. So y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell. This is Rudy's Rant, Her Game, Her Way Women's Basketball. Come on now.